gosh, Cancers. Hi. Nice to see you guys again. All right, so this will be your November love reading. Some of you may know I've separated everything, so if you are looking for the singles reading or the Cancers career reading, I will link that in the comments. Once I get everything posted, I'll link that in the comments for you guys. All right. So let's get started with love, and let's pull a few oracle cards first, see what's going on. Then we'll take a look at the situations. All right, Cancer, please show me advice, energy cards, either or Cancers for November 2019, please. Energy cards and or advice for Cancers out there. Okay, there it is. And that one. Okay. Oh, I think that's the second time you guys got. I think you guys got that in October too. I think I could be wrong. Okay. Ooh. All right. Interesting. Well, somebody appreciates Cancer. That's a good thing. That's cool. Leap. All right. All right. So a little mixture of stuff. Let's see. We'll look at these and see how they play out. We'll look at those after. Let me just put down the energy of who you are dealing with first, and we'll take a look at that and see how you play off of that and together, all that kind of stuff. All right. So show me who Cancer is dealing with now in their love situation, please. Show me very clearly, for those watching, who Cancer is dealing with in their love situation. Show me their energy, where they're at, that sort of deal. For Cancer out there, please. Okay. Love it when that happens. All right, so I'm going to set these aside and go with these. All right, so we'll look at those in a minute. Okay, so we do have the Two of Cups. Okay. Wanting to work on things. Oof. Okay. Wow. All right. So this is like one of those readings. It's a little tough, but then gets to something good. All right, let me look at this real quick. All right, so that's really interesting. So off on the side, those two cards that were kind of sloppy when I cut. I don't like sloppy cuts when I cut the deck. A lot of times I'll just start over, but for some reason I felt like just taking those and put them aside and I'll look at them. So, I mean, for some of you, you know, that you are definitely, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign male, it doesn't have to be a fire sign though. I mean, the King of Wands, you know, can be a lot of different things. You know, mostly he's magnetic, he's charming, he's the one you want, right? And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like they are thinking about you a lot, all right? It's like Cancers, you know, you are their kind of like, their fantasy material, if you will, for the month, okay? So for others of you too, so here's the thing. I think this came out for a reason, because I think, you know, Cancer readings are a little bit difficult. They're usually my most popular readings, so like it's going to be like my bigger viewership. So there's a lot of different Cancers going for different situations. So I feel like this is for somebody out there who, like, there's somebody that really is into you right now, all right? So I feel like that is a completely separate message. So like if this reading does not resonate with you, then it's okay. Rest assured, this one's into you, all right? So now I'm going to set those aside and just look at this, because this is different energy. That's why I feel like those were supposed to come out for a reason. So, and not that they're not thinking about you in this one either. It's just, it's a lot more complicated, okay? So I feel like with, the Nine of Pentacles going into the Two of Cups is interesting, because then we have the Three of Cups, which can be good. It doesn't necessarily have to go to third party here. But what I do sense is that somebody has been like, I think this is a classic example of being involved with someone who acts like they're single, all right? And the reality is, they see themselves getting too close to you, and so they're like, oh, whoa, you know, and they don't even know they're doing this, but because I feel like they're very independent, okay, and they think they're single, all right, even though they're not, all right, but they think that like that's the energy that they come across as, that they're single, and even though you could have been dating them for years, they still feel like that energy. But I don't think it's somebody you've been dating for years. I feel like this is fairly recent, most likely. With the Two of Cups and Eight of Cups, I feel like they start getting close. They feel like very close to you, and they start feeling this bond, and they're like, whoa, you know, and they don't want to be that. because they're used to being so independent. Like, you're dealing with someone who is extremely independent. Okay, so that whole single thing, maybe they don't act like that. Maybe they don't always act like they're single or anything, but they are a very independent person. And I think this close bond that they feel with you is freaking them out. That's what I'm sensing here. And I feel like they're throwing themselves into their work, all right, because they don't want to think about emotional things, all right. That's what I'm getting. So I mean, it could even be your long-term partner, you know. I mean, they could just be have a very strong independent streak. And maybe you guys, like, you know, really kind of had this like real, like, kind of intense kind of bond moment or something like that, but it was like a little bit too much for them. So it's like, oh, I can't have any of that. I'm going to go throw myself into work, you know, kind of thing is what I see. There is something kind of changing within them, though, because I feel like they just want to, like, keep up the dating, like, kind of aspect of your relationship. Again, even if you guys have been together for a while, it's like I almost get the sense like they just have a hard time connecting on a serious level. It's like they just want to, like, pretend it's just all fun and go out and go have drinks and, like, that kind of thing. I'm not picking up on the death card, High Priestess, so I'm going to have to clarify that in a minute. Yeah, this could have been going on for a while. So this might not be a new person. This might be somebody that's been around for a while. Now, you are moving into stronger, committed energy later. Or if you're already strongly committed, you're moving into a better phase later. That's probably more in December, though. So let me put down your cards and see what's going on with this, and then we'll clarify what's going on here, too. Could just be dealing with a Scorpio. You know, that's possible. Or a Pisces. Lot of cups here. A lot of cups. Cups and pentacles. I think you threaten their, like, I mean, I think they're a very, like, grounded, independent, you know, or like to think of themselves that way type of person. And I think, like, you're the one that could, like, penetrate their armor. Like, I almost see them as, like, more of a King of Swords type than, like, a King of Wands or something. Although King of Wands can act that way too. Alright, let's put down your energy and see what's going on here. Alright. What is going on with the Cancers out there? What is going on with them? Okay. Notice how clean your cut was. Okay. Alright, so you have the Lover's card. You have the Page of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you're going to fight for this person. You may have a choice also between two, because you do have the Lover's card and you have two pages here as well. You have the Four of Wands. I feel like it's... I'm telling... That's who you're dealing with, this King of Swords. I'm sensing that. Yeah. Or you are divorcing. That could be too. Yep. Ooh, you are putting an end to something and going in a different direction. That's what I feel. All right. Okay. This is making a little bit more sense. A little bit. It is Cancers. All right. Let's see. So, wow, you definitely have an ending here with somebody. All right, for sure. Or, I mean, you know, if I would be surprised if you do not in November. But if it doesn't happen in November, I feel like it's on its way. But let me just say this here: like, this isn't the kind of ending where you are, like, I feel like you would be executing this. Like, I don't think it's like somebody breaking up with you. So, like, if you're worried about that, that's not what I'm sensing here. I think this is more you putting an end or a stop to something. So it is possible this is third party. That's possible. Or it's just possible that this person just doesn't open up to you. They, like, no matter what, they just keep acting single, you know, and they just want to keep going out and dating and pretending, like, again, even if this has been years, it's like, really, you know, it's like, come on, the clock is ticking, you know, and maybe you've just had enough of that. Maybe this person is married. That could be too. I feel like you do have a choice between two different people, though. I think for some of you, you know, again, you know, it's going to be a lot of different storylines, but for some of you, you may be married and you may be putting an end to a marriage in order to go in a different direction. Maybe you have romantic feelings for someone else. Okay, with this Knight of Cups. For some of you, that could be. For others of you, there may be nobody else involved, but it's like your kids are what are important to you. You know, your children are what are important to you, and a good, stable home is what is important to you. And if you're not getting that, then you're putting an end to this charade up here, and you are choosing to go and find something that is much more fulfilling. So that could be for some of you too. For others of you, it could just mean like you want this person like you are extremely attracted to them and you want them regardless of things going on. And you see like a big potential with this person. It could be that you just can't seem to get through to this person, and you try different approaches in November. That could be. For others of you too, this could be your partner. Like if you're not having problems in that department, we do have the Death card here. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. I mean, this could indicate some pretty heavy energy. It could be that your partner, or you possibly, but most likely your partner, is going through something very serious. You know, like in other words, if you guys are good, you know, you're long term, you don't really have many issues, maybe a little bit here and there, something like that. It could be that one of you is dealing with something very heavy, you know, in November. That could be too. You know, and just they don't know how to deal with it emotionally, and so they just throw themselves into work. Okay, so that could be what is going on, and you are trying to bring. You are just trying to watch the kids or the children or comfort the children, and by children, they don't have to be little kids. I mean, they can be, you know, grown adults, but I feel like you're trying to keep the home together, and you're trying to like take care of that stuff. Because maybe your significant other is going through something heavy. So it could be a lot of different things of that nature, but most likely for most of you, what I think it is somebody is getting a divorce or getting a separation, something like that, heading towards something else. Let me clarify their Death card and see what's going on here. Clarify the Death card for who Cancers are dealing with, please, in their love situation. Clarify the Death card, please. Clarify the Death card, please. King of Cups. Okay. All right, so if you are a male watching this and you are involved with a female, it could be that this person that you are dealing with has a third-party situation. They're not really that committable. They have a lot of sincere feelings for you, but it's getting too serious, it's not their thing, and they may choose to just want to date, all right? They may be dating other people, so keep that in mind if you are a Cancer male dating a female. All right, for others of you, okay. Like risky. Ten of Pentacles, Emperor. For others of you, this could be someone who takes a profound change in the love department that you are dealing with. Because again, I feel like they really have this independent thing. They got a little scared with the too close a bond. They tried to walk away from that. They tried to throw themselves into work to pretend that it wasn't as amazing or deep as it was. But ultimately, they're not going to be able to escape that. And especially, I feel like in Scorpio season, when things like that, you know, are a little bit deeper. And ultimately, I think that they are going to step up their romanticism with you, and they're going to decide it's worth it to take a risk with you. Okay, some of them may even want to like take this relationship a lot further. All right, so for some of you, this could be leading into something that could be very long term. The Three of Cups could be celebrating something, maybe you guys go to like a wedding or attend a wedding or something, and it's kind of like an eye opener for them. That could be too. But I do sense something strong coming from them. What I'm not getting here then is why we have this like separation energy here. I mean, it could just be that you guys are at a far distance from each other. That could be what this is too. But to me, it feels like cutting somebody out, an ending, a big separation. What is this for Cancers, please? Yeah, okay, it's a choice. Yeah, you're headed towards I feel like you guys, Cancers, you are cutting somebody out of your life that it's just not working for you. So you're either, a lot of you might maybe getting separated, or talking about those things, getting those things in the works. Some of you may be getting like just straight out asking for a divorce. Mostly I feel like it's separation, or just like leaving this person totally out in the cold because it just is not working. And I feel like you have a choice, and you are headed towards this person up here with the Three of Wands, the Star card, and the Ten of Pentacles, because I think you see a future. You guys both see the Ten of Pentacles together. So you see a long-term future with this person. And I feel like this is more like your wish, like what you want. You want this more stable type environment. So a lot of you may be like cutting out something that wasn't serving you in order to go get this, okay, is what I see. So that's what I was sensing. Like, there's going to be some issues here, but like ultimately, like, you're moving towards something very good. Yeah, there's a Sun card right there, so I see that's not too far away with the Emperor. Very nice. So let me take a look at your Oracle cards and see how this kind of plays out. All right, because you do have Unbind Yourself at the bottom of the deck here too. So we'll look at that in a second. Let me look at your other ones. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah, somebody appreciates you. That's what I think was lacking with whatever it is that you were ending. Now, the other thing too is if you don't have two people, then the King of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Five of Pentacles, you know, although that really indicates like an ending, a cutting out of something or whatever, but it could also just mean that you speak up and you say, look, I will not have this anymore. I will not have that anymore. You know, you need to stop hiding your feelings from me. You know, and maybe that's like the profound change that propels us forward. Okay, so it could just be that too if you don't have two people. It could just be like a really big conversation that feels like it could be the end, but then it's not. It actually leads into something that's deeper for you guys. Okay. So you got some pretty weird cards here. But I'm gonna go with this at the end. We'll talk about these, but this makes sense because you have change and then you have leap, and it says for leaping, like leap, like take a jump. It says you go first, the universe will catch you. So I feel like with this change, this is tumultuous change. I think that's whatever that King of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords was. But then it's like, then you have the Knight of Cups. But then, you know, you take the leap. You know, it's like the Fool card. You know, you go first, the universe will catch you. So it's saying like you need to change something, and you need to take those steps forward. Like you have to do it, and then the universe will take care of the rest and kind of put things into order. Let's not forget to, at the bottom of the deck, you have Unbound, and it says releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So I do feel some of you will be getting separated or divorced or in the works of those. Now, you have this community card, which I think you guys had in October. I'm going to put these back in the deck that we had at the beginning of the reading. Oh. And let's see what that is about, because I'm not sure if I get that. Some of you may be growing into just a completely different kind of set of friends, a different type of environment. Maybe that's this new person that you are heading towards. That could be some of you too, with like Ten of Pentacles. I think Four of Wands was there. You could be moving into a new community, a new home. As I say that, yeah, Wheel of Fortune, which is moving a lot of times. So some of you could just be kind of leveling up, you know, for lack of a better, millennium slogan, you know, but like that kind of vibe. Let's see what else we get here though. It's community for Cancers. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. There is so much Nine of Pentacles around here because this is my kind of Nine of Pentacles card as well. And then that person had Nine of Pentacles in their energy. Strategy. All right. Some of you guys might be like strategizing yourself into this relationship too, you know, not being what, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, and that won't be for all because Cancers aren't really like that too much. They can be. I mean, some Cancers can, you know, they kind of see see an opportunity kind of deal. I don't feel like that's, you know, the most of you, but it's like with the Nine of Coin and community, again, I just get the sense of like this is a higher up kind of thing. Like you're moving up, if you will, into, if that's I mean, it depends on what kind of Cancer you are. Some Cancers, that might be like a total turn off, you know, it depends. But for some of you, I feel like you are embarking on, like, this person that you are seeing, like, they probably do fairly well for themselves, and they might have some good kind of connections within the community, or they might have some sort of stature or something like that. And I don't think that's why, you know, that like that's the only reason, like, you're leaving somebody to go be with them. I honestly, I get that a little bit for a couple of you, but for the most of you, I don't think that's it. I think it's just that it's different for you. You know, and it's something that that is nice, that's welcome. That's what I feel for you guys. All right. Let me see what grow is. Growth here. What is the growth card? What's the growth card? Page of Cups. Okay, so what's starting out as the Page of Cups is going to grow into something that is, like, bigger, all right? I think this person really appreciates you with the appreciation card here, but the Page of Cups is, like, just sort of the start of things, right? It's not like a full graduated king yet. So, but with the growing card, you know, I feel like this Page of Cups will be growing. It's just a matter of time. She's holding a pocket watch. So this will grow into something that is going to be more that you will probably appreciate more, and I feel like you will be appreciated. Like, I get the sense like this person might be like a little bit, like, if you're not used to hanging around people who have a little bit of a place in society, you know, that time, like, they attend galas and things like that. Like, if that's not really your scene, you know, I think that this person is kind of like that, and I think that they appreciate, like, this beauty within you and stuff, and they want you to be a part of that type of community with them, is what I'm sensing. So, you know, they may have money, they may not. I don't know about that necessarily, but, you know, it kind of has that kind of vibe to me. All right. You also have the card of birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. So I really sense, you know, it's just a woman, and she is, like, up at the, like, you know, she's got almost kind of like this ginormous, like, kind of crystal ball in front of her that then opens up to the rest of the universe. I feel like this is a manifestation card, that you are manifesting, like, a lot of, like, new creations and a new you is what I am sensing here. Like, I feel like a new you kind of vibe that will be going on pretty soon here. And then, pardon me, again, we have this change, which to me is kind of like the Tower card. And then leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. The one thing I'll say about the change card, it's very hard to see, but there is a person here, and they're clinging to, like, the planet or what have you, while all this, like, thunder and wind is just trying to pull them away from this thing, right? So it's like a gravity type thing. So I do feel like that you're it's almost like you're fighting and kicking this, but you know you shouldn't be, you know, like, you know, you should just let go and let the universe kind of take you into this new thing. And that's exactly what this says. Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. See, now she's free and floating away from this thing. But I feel like you really need to, like, not cling, you know, and like that, what's the the kind of a dorky band, but from the 70s, REO Speedwagon, but, like, Roll with the Changes came to mind. Like, that song just came, like, right into my head. Roll with the Changes, okay? So that's kind of what I'm seeing for you guys. So, and don't forget, unbind yourself, you know, at the bottom of the deck. So, all right, guys. I mean, it looks interesting. You know, I don't know, and you know, I hope I didn't come off as saying, like, that you are, because I said something about this strategizing to get this, like, kind of place in with this, and I did. I'm gonna be honest. I saw a little bit of that at the bottom of the deck, but I feel like that's just for a couple of you, and it's not. I'm not saying that all of you are doing that. I don't sense that at all. That's not what this is. What this is I feel like more the opposite. That you guys are tired of putting up with what you've been putting up with. There's somebody else that may have been interesting to you, you know, or caught your eye. I feel like if it's two people, you leave this one that hasn't been good for you, and you go with this other one, and this other one just happens to be this whole kind of different person that has a stature in something, and maybe different types of friends that you're used to. And so it's about, like, growing and learning and appreciating, like, you know, how this all works, you know. So I think in that sense it's a good thing. And then, you know, like the other thing I said, it could be that whole mess of King of Swords and Ten of Swords and all that was more just you laying down the law. You know, if that person isn't like emotionally connecting to you, and when they do, and they do it emotionally connect to you, and then they hide it and pretend it didn't happen and throw themselves into work, I feel like you're laying down the law and saying, you know, then I'm leaving. If you're going to keep playing that game all the time, then, you know, then here's what I want, you know, with that Queen of Swords kind of energy, or else, you know, kind of thing. And then that's when I think that's kind of the turning point for things. Okay. And then maybe you guys can actually like be a real, you know, legit couple, and go out into the community and like start appreciating things. And I think they'll appreciate you more for standing up for what you want to, is what I get. So, all right, guys, and your career reading and singles reading will be linked in the comments. So, all right, thanks, and have a great November. All right, bye.